Well, if you're familiar with the dirt racing industry, you're going to be familiar with Malvern Bank and the Malvern Bank Series, all the great things that they sponsor. Jay Burdic joins us today from Malvern Bank. And Jay, you guys not only continue to grow your exposure with the Malvern Bank Series and racing, you now have a new endeavor. Tell us about it.
Well, Ben, as you know, we've kind of been calling ourselves the official bank of dirt track racing for a really long time. And so we decided this year to take that to the next level, and we actually created a dirt track bank. And it is an online bank, and it is basically to acquire deposits for the Malvern Bank, so the Malvern Bank can turn around and make loans to all of these racers that are going up and down the road with all these really expensive haulers.
You told me recently that when you got involved in racing with Malvern Bank that it kind of changed the complexion of your bank and it allowed you to grow, and you realized how loyal the sport is and how racers support the companies that support racing. And that's a big thing that's led to this. You guys want to invest even further into the racing community.
That is absolutely true. I would say half of the growth of our bank over the last 5 years has come directly from our sponsorships and our relationships that we have been able to get just through the Malvern Bank Series, sponsoring Jesse Stovall, sponsoring Brian Kaziski. The word of mouth has just been awesome, and it just continues to grow, and I really don't see an end to it.
With Dirt Track Bank now, you start this up. How long has this been a brainchild? When did this idea come to you?
We thought of it last year when we realized that as a bank, all of our deposits, to make all of the loans that we have at our bank on race haulers, which I think is over $15 million now, a bank has to have deposits to be able to fund those loans. And so we decided that we were going to go after the dirt track industry and try to fund these hauler loans directly from race fans that are involved with the sport of dirt track racing.
All right. Before we get into more details on Dirt Track Bank, Malvern Bank Series, I argue all the time. I actually interviewed Tad Pospischel yesterday. I told him I think it's the toughest regional tour in the country. You guys are getting even further invested in that series. They got a lot of exciting news coming up for this year.
It is awesome. Joe Kaziski and Brett Rook got together, and so basically the Deary Brothers Series and the Malvern Bank Series have now been combined, and so now we have a Malvern Bank East, we have a Malvern Bank West, and the best part about it is we are an Iowa bank, and now the Malvern Bank East Series, it encompasses the entire state of Iowa, and it's just going to grow our brand, it's going to grow our name even more, and I really give those two guys a lot of credit because the unification of dirt late model racing in the Midwest, it was necessary, and now everybody's racing under the same rules, and it's going to give our racers so many options of where to go.
So you guys are heavily vested in the Midwest. Now you go national with Dirt Track Bank, but that's not all. Now you are the title sponsor of the Super Late Model Division at the Wild West Shootout coming up in January at FK Rod-Ins Arizona Speedway. You guys are truly going national now. What did it mean to you to get involved with that event?
Well, and first off, I want everybody to know that everybody at the bank thinks we did that just so I can go to Arizona in January and play some golf and do some dirt track racing, because that would be the greatest trip in the world. But I mean, when we first started talking about that last summer, it was just a natural fit for our bank and for the Dirt Track Bank to get involved with this. The Wild West Shootout I've watched it now for I don't even know how many years online, and I've always told myself I want to get involved with that. And now we are the title sponsor of the late model division, and it is just, I am so excited for that. I can't wait for January to come around. I've got a little bit of a work conflict, and so I've got to figure all that out, but trust me, I'm going to be in Arizona in January. Yes.
We got to reschedule this work trip. We got to get you to January. Yeah. Well, final thing, Jay, if somebody wants more information, they want to get involved with Dirt Track Bank, where can they find that info?
You can go to www.dirttrack.bank, and literally you never have to step foot into the Malvern Bank. You can click on open an account, and our deposit staff takes it from there.
I love this guy, Jay Burdic. He keeps giving back to the sport, whether it's Malvern Bank or now Dirt Track Bank. Check him out at dirttrack.bank.
Thank you. Good job.